Trevon, who's going to be your favorite to come out of the West?
So my favorite is going to be the Denver Nuggets. We know they're going to be on that same level as the other teams. There's a lot of new teams. Phoenix, LA has been revamped. Golden State added Chris Paul. A lot of teams, but I feel like just due to the continuity that they showed last year in the playoffs, they did lose Bruce Brown. But I think we just have to give them that respect. Coming straight off of the championship, they're first. They're still a relatively young team. So I don't think the shorter turnaround compared to a team that didn't go as deep into June or July. I think that they still have that opportunity to either have that number one or number two seed. And if they are able to get that number one seed, I think a repeat is very possible. Repeats are very hard to do, but just that home court advantage that they have up in Denver with the elevation. Michael Malone is a good coach. I think a lot of confidence was exuded in all those players last year. I feel like a lot of that will carry over into this season. So just a lot is based off of respect for why they're my favorite coming out of the Western Conference.
Yeah, no, I think that you have to give them that respect. Just winning an NBA championship, I think that has to hold some sort of weight. They still have Nikola Jokic, who is what a lot of people probably consider going into this season the best player in the NBA currently. And obviously Jamal Murray has shown us the type of player that he can be throughout the playoffs. A lot of people are looking for him to show that in the regular season as well. And you still have Michael Porter Jr., along with a lot more young, talented players, as you mentioned. So it's going to be fun to watch them. And I think you have to give them that respect. But I'm going to say I think the Phoenix Suns should be the favorite, or right now is my favorite in the West, especially with all the moves that they've made this offseason. Obviously, the biggest move was getting Bradley Beal on that team. They filled out the roster with players like Yusuf Nurkic and Grayson Allen, who I think is going to be big for that team this year. Also getting Bobo, who if he is able to get on the court, I think he's going to make an impact on the defensive end with his length, and then also being able to kind of just score. You always see flashes with him of amazing things that he does, but I just think that with this Phoenix Suns team going all in, getting the players that they have a very talented roster right now, especially with their top three players in Book and Durant and Bradley Beal. So I think that they should be the favorite. In my opinion, you done all this stuff to get that talent and to make this what some people might call a super team. Most people will probably call it a super team. So I think that they should be the favorite.
Yeah, I can't really disagree with you there too much. For me, it's going to be more so about those other guys you named rather than the three superstars that they have. We know what they're going to do. We believe they're going to figure it out. I have trust in guys like Eric Gordon and Grayson Allen, but is your Yusuf Nurkic going to provide a lot of good production for you? Is Bol going to be able to find time on the court? Is Josh Okogie going to be able to be productive? It's those guys, in my opinion, because I feel like though that trade that they just made recently will have a big impact just as much as the three stars will, because depth is what got them last year in the playoffs. And we
Yeah.
know that the three guys can put the ball in the basket, but beyond those stars is really what's going to matter once come playoff times. If you play against a Denver or the Lakers or any other team in the Western Conference, and the Clippers had them. The Clippers really had them last year in the playoffs. It was going to be a long series at least, and you could see that they were going head to head, and Clippers had a chance, but Kawhi broke down, no Paul George, so that depth is really going to matter for Phoenix.
Yeah, and when you say depth is really what got them in the playoffs, is you're saying depth is what came back to bite them in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
just want to clear that up. Yeah, yeah, no, that I definitely agree with you there. that's something that they've got to figure out, and they've got to make it work with the depth that they have if they want to reach the NBA Finals and possibly win it. And we all know the top teams that are waiting in the East as well. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun to watch them.